3 weeks ago, Pure Bead had some of the strongest water behavior I've seen from a spray sealant. Then 3 weeks later, both of these almost look dead under the pressure washer. But they're not, and one is definitely holding on better. These are the exact same sections that you saw in my first Pure Bead versus Griot's 3-in-1 test. Both were decontaminated, polished, prepped, and given one coat exactly like you saw in that video. No toppers, no boosters, just a Quebec summer. I filmed this hood every week for 3 weeks. I also applied both products on a real daily driver, and the hood tells us what happens untouched living outside. The car tells us what happens in actual use. At 24 hours, Griot's was dramatically slicker, but Pure Bead clearly won the hydrophobic test. It was faster, tighter, and closer to the coating style water behavior.
Even at 24, it's moving, so it's quite slick.
7 days in, Pure Bead was already the surprise. The product that dominated the day one water test had clearly slowed down. Griot still looking okay here. Pure Bead was not gone, but this was a much bigger drop than I expected after only 1 week.
All right, hood, we had a bit of rain. Give it a rinse on the left, Pure Bead, on the right, Griot's.
At 2 weeks, both were moving in the wrong direction. Griot still had the better water behavior, but the gap between day one and now was getting hard to ignore. And by this point, I knew week 3 had to be judged with more than one kind of water flow.
Monday, August 10th. Let's go ahead with the pressure washer. I can see that the Griot is repelling the soap slightly better than a Pure Bead. The Griot has lost lots of performance, but still looks stronger than Pure Bead. Let's see if I really try to flood them.
The pressure washer is not the whole story. With lighter water, the Griot still has a lot more hydrophobic behavior. My friends, if you appreciate transparent detailing videos just like this one, show me support by subscribing to the channel. We're almost at 40,000 subscribers. Now that progression is the part I have a hard time ignoring. But this is still just a hood sitting outside on a stand, and I had both products also running on a real daily driver, and what happened there is a little bit more complicated. When I got the ID4 back 2 weeks later, I felt like the paint was extremely clean, and I later found out that the owner got it hand washed once. I don't know what products or what process were used. Both products looked extremely flat when I initially rinsed them, so I'm gonna show you what I saw, what I got, but I'm not using the car to determine a durability winner. Nonetheless, the ID4 was properly prepped, polished, decontaminated, the whole 9 yards. Side by side, both products were applied properly according to the instructions.
3, 2. Initial rinse after 2 weeks. give it a rinse. So I waited about 15 minutes. I gave this a towel dry, no other chemicals, light mist. So get that beading. Increase the flow.
So the car did not rescue the test. If anything, it supports the same ranking. I still don't think either product is completely gone under light mist. I could still see some good beading there. So something remains on the paint, but I think people buy these for extreme performance and that deteriorate really fast in my test. And this is why I'm disappointed into both products without calling them failure, because both products actually claims high durability and extreme performance. Could I top these after a wash to make them look great again? Of course I could, but in this test I wanted to use them one layer as a standalone and see how long they would last. Now my friends, every products and tools will be linked down below. If you haven't seen my initial performance of Pure Bead versus Griot, watch it right here. If you haven't seen my stupid good turtle wax products, watch it right there.